Hey everyone, JSD Cool here, and welcome to another episode of Coolcraft Season 7. Now, at the beginning of this episode, I was, of course, constructing the building around the fuel input for my super smelter here, which has been a long time coming. Admittedly, I've just kind of procrastinated doing this one a little bit. It's not a very big building, so I don't know why I procrastinated doing it. But more importantly, I've built the building around the TV studio, or at least the partial TV studio that I built for the intro of the last episode. That's not a way to get inside. This is a way to get inside. So yeah, as you can see, I haven't changed anything with this. Maybe, and I, again, don't know, but maybe we'll come back later in this episode and actually furnish the inside of this. That might be interesting. Anyway, it is once again time to do the sacrifice. Now, if you didn't watch the last episode, I kind of died during this last time, so here's hoping this is better. Also, I've decided to just put everything inside of a shulker box and just sacrifice the whole shulker box because, well, that's a lot of stuff. Throwing that all on here would be quite annoying. So we're just going to pop this single shulker box on, press the button, and hopefully everything's okay. So, please be good this time. Oh, come on. Okay. There's another book here. And that is... I guess that is slightly better than what we got last time. So, I guess that's a win. But let's see. What is this? A new knowledge book. Present to us. Presents to us some missing textures, evidently. Alright, one quick relog later, and hopefully new textures have been applied. Now, I'm assuming we got more candy stuff, because that seems like what happens these days. So let's do, oh, okay, that's new. Ender Stripe, which is sugar and chorus fruit. Interesting. Let's see. Oh, okay, and pork taffy. Pork and sugar. But it's more pork. Interesting. Well, naturally I gotta go make some of this, so let me get some stuff. Alright then, I realized that I basically just have this stuff laying around. I mean, pork chops are my primary food source. Honestly, this kind of looks like a cinnamon roll. But sure, I'll take your word for it, game. An Ender Stripe. You know, it does seem kind of strange, I admit, to eat the stuff that I use to make the buildings around here, because let's not forget that most of these buildings have a sizable amount of purple in them, and now I've just turned some of that into candy, I presume. I mean, this looks pretty, I don't know, endery. That's all I can say about it. And this, again, this kind of looks like a cinnamon roll or like cinnamon bread or something. I don't know entirely how taffy this is, but sure. We'll call it that. I guess the pork colors... yeah, they do kind of have the same colors. It just kind of looks like bread in a way. Like sweet bread or something like that. Anyhow, let me get some hunger here so I can actually... because, yeah, I can't eat any of these things without being hungry, so... I'll have to get a little bit worked up first. Alright, so I've gotten myself hungry here. So let's see what happens now when I eat. Let's start with Ender Stripe. Okay. That's a chorus fruit by the looks of things. Oh, and I have strength. 2 for a minute. Interesting. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm inside my storage system now. Alright. So that's what that does. And it does actually look like it gives me some hunger, unlike the, whatever the one from last time was. I don't actually remember what that one was called. Anyhow, let's try the pork taffy now. Well, it's made out of a few pork chops. Okay, that got resistance and regeneration. 1 for a minute. And also that did quite a good deal of hunger there. So here, let me see if I can get out of here. Alright, that works. That works. I can get out from here. But yeah, okay, pork taffy actually seems like it's pretty decent in terms of actually being a food. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, now that I got these things, I guess I should stock the candy store with the stuff that I just got, and also what I had from the last episode that I never put in the candy store. Alright, all the new candies have been added to the candy shop, of course starting with the Red Smarts, which are 16 for a diamond. I decided that's just because, you know, it's probably a good price for them. I don't think anyone's ever bought anything here anyway, so like, sadness. Anyhow, then continuing with Ender Stripes, that's 16 for 2 diamonds, because those have a little bit more interesting to them. And then the Pork Taffy, this stuff seems pretty cool. I've decided I'm going to just start using these as my main food source nowadays. That is 32 for 4 diamonds, because it's actually pretty good as a food, and also strength. But yeah, now I just gotta put away this extra stock that I've made, and then we can move on. Oh my gosh, guys, I think we might have our first customer! Or not. Where is he going? Watching here, watching the customer shop. Don't entirely know what he's doing, to be fair. He doesn't know which one are the new ones and which one are the old ones. This one definitely gives more hunger. Num 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 num. Yay, our first customer! Woo! Alright then, riding high off that first sale that we just got, it's time to actually put the diamonds that we were dealing with in the last episode into use here. And by that I mean I'm going to fill this space in between these buildings here with some, or 2 diamond, or full diamond beacons. And this is going to be like Beacon Park or something like that. So I guess step 1 is install the beacons. Alright, so the beacons have been installed, as you might expect. Now, obviously, they are full beacons, and I gotta put some sort of effect on them. It just feels really lame to, like, not put an effect in these beacons. But then there's the question. What effect do I put on these beacons? Guess I'll do speed and jump boost, I guess. And of course I'll have to use diamonds to activate the effect, because why not? It's not like it's a waste or anything. Come over here, do the same thing. Or jump boost is what I said I was going to do, just because, I don't know, I feel like those are the most handy to have around the base here. I'm not going to go spamming beacons everywhere like I have in the past, mostly because that would ruin the skyline of this place, but these 2 beacons I think are okay to just have here. And now I gotta do, I guess, the rest of the park. Alright then, so I have put a wall around where like the boundaries of the park is, and put this nice little grass path through the center of the park. Now I think I'm gonna put some benches in, and then put some grass growing around here. Alright, benches, grass, and lamp posts have been installed into the park. It is looking... I just broke a grass. The park is now looking pretty nice indeed. I think I want to put some signs on the end of it. Now, I could call it Beacon Park, or I could call it something else like Big Flex Park, or something like that. But yeah, I think after that, the only thing I might want to add is like maybe a tree right around here. Now that I've finished the park, I think it's time that I also finish the wall that I've been building slowly around the edge of my base, because currently it only does like most of this side and the front side, and I think I'm finally ready to see that this is going to be the size of my base, so gotta extend the wall all the way back out along these 2 sides. So let's get doing that. Alright, the wall has been walled all around the walling wall of the wall. Yes, that is Wally what I wanted to say. But yeah, thankfully, I didn't actually have to change the size of the platform, as it perfectly fit the pattern of my wall here. So yeah, and I guess that just officially means this is the size my base is going to be, which, good. I have a few spaces here that I have to fill left, but actually we're getting pretty close to having filled out the entire base area, and I do need some smaller, more just generally filled in buildings. Kind of like these, although maybe not exactly those. Or maybe exactly those. I'm not entirely sure. But anyhow, now that we got this wall in, what I want to do is I want to extend this sewer system here, which is how I put items into my storage system. So probably this could get capped here. This can come this way. You know what? I'll just put in a bunch of bins and then I'll show my progress, as usual. Alright, the first extension to the sewer system has been completed here. As you can see, we just took this pipe and extended it out that way, which added this trash can here and this trash can here. I got a couple more that I'm gonna do over that way, but I gotta figure out where do I start building off of here. The new branch of the sewer system has been constructed. It's one block shifted over from this, mostly so these stairs can be left intact, but also so that the water here, or we don't get items sliding back and forth here and maybe not being able to be funneled in properly. All problems are completely fixed with that, but yeah. A single, a little bit windy tube that goes around to the two different trash cans that I put in over here. So there's that one there, and this one over here. In addition to this one and that one that I put in a moment ago. That is, I think, what the entire extent of the sewer system for my base, which is obviously how I'm putting stuff into my storage system. Yeah, so that's the extent of what that's going to be. That also just means that I got to cap off this. It shouldn't be too hard. The next thing that I want to do in this episode is I want to figure out a proper way to get from up here to down here in my storage system, because currently this staircase is very temporary, and yeah, not a very good experience. It's made of cobblestone and nothing else is. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to still use this space in the center here, but I'm going to get some of those vines from the nether. I don't remember which one I want, but one of the vines from the nether that allows me to just go directly up and down, and it might mean I'm above these blocks here. We'll have to see. Alright, the red vines it was, as I did want them to be anchored at the top here. So yeah, no more ugly staircase that kind of awkwardly cuts into the middle here. Just, I guess, relatively slow vines that go right down on top of the ender chest and such into the room below, which has been gone completely unused apart from the overflow storage here. So why don't I start putting a bunch of these things into the storage system so that it's not necessarily as useless. Alright then, I went through and found basically everything in my storage system that had more than like a stack of, well, anything really, or close to a stack, and put it in the storage system. And that's actually filled up most of this, or put a sorter for it, and that's filled up most of the side, which, yeah, I got a couple things despawning here, whatever. And we still have a fairly large number of items just hanging out randomly. That sugar should not be there. That should actually be in its sorted location. I probably should just run all these chests through the storage system, but I cannot be bothered. So yeah, that is, I guess, the storage system mostly satisfied then. And I think that's also where I'm going to end this episode, because I am about tapped out for this one. I don't really know what else to do, so I'm going to say thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Please make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe. Check out my game, which is linked in the description, and I. So all in the next episode of Coolcraft Season 7. Bye!